Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. Today we're going to go ahead and discuss 3 of the Frank Los Angeles fragrances. As you saw, that I did a video for Frank number 3, a review. We have Frank number 1 as well, and we also have Frank number 2. This is an indie niche line based out of Los Angeles, California. That's why it's called Frank Los Angeles. And also they're sold at Lucky Scent. And if you stick around till the end of the video, you'll have a chance at winning a sample set of all 3, thanks to Lucky Scent. So please stay tuned. So you saw my video recently of Frank number 3, and Frank number 3 basically is a updated version of Costamore's Tabaca, which I had never gotten around to smelling. I did a review for Frank number 3, and I really enjoyed the scent. And it was a great tobacco scent. Just felt like it was a little more closer to the skin that I'm used to as far as tobacco scents go. But I wanted to check out the other fragrances in the collection too. So I've been trying out Frank number 1 and also Frank number 2. Now, out of the 3, I have to say my favorite is Frank number 2. Everything about it I really love. I just really fell in love with it. And 2 years ago, probably around that time, it was like 2 years after I had just entered the fragrance community, Frank number 2 had a lot of hype around it. Everybody was talking about it, but I did at one point when I visited Lucky Scent in LA get to smell it, but you know what happens when you smell a lot of fragrances? I just didn't remember it. So I was really grateful to pick these 2 up also, and really fall in love with Frank number 2. Frank 1, 2, and 3 are Eau de Parfum concentrations, and they retail for $130. I'll have links in the info box. You can pick them up at Lucky Scent or buy samples of them as well there. But let's go over the notes real quickly with Frank number 1. So Frank number 1, it's this one right here. It's green juice, as you can see. This one is a little kind of an amberier colored juice. That's Frank number 2, my favorite. And then Frank number 3 is a little kind of a golden amber, like a molassesy kind of color. So Frank number 1 has lime, bergamot, tomato leaf, berries, juniper, cardamom, pink pepper, clove, violet, iris, geranium, lavender, clary sage, mate, licorice, labdanum, atlas cedar wood, costus, moss, leather accord. So these notes I picked up from Lucky Scent's website. Let's go ahead and give it a quick spray. So out of the 3, Frank number 1's my least favorite, and it did say it was a fougere on the website, but it didn't come off very fougere-like to me, and Frank number 2 comes off more fougere-like. But it's not a bad scent. It smells good. It wasn't wowing me as far as scents go. So it's kind of green, woody, but it has a soft edge to it. So maybe perhaps it's kind of a softer fougere. Usually fougeres I'm known for tend to kind of like bite you with the notes, and this one kind of just is really kind of subdued and stays in the background, tries to come out, which is fine with some fragrances. And sometimes you want something that's more close to the skin. It's not really going to be fragrances that are going to be wowing everyone around you or kind of turning people off. So as far as the fragrance itself, the smell it's really good. I like it. It's just not the kind of scent I would normally wear as far as wearing a fragrance. So that's Frank number 1. So Frank number 2, as I said, is the one that I really enjoyed out of the 3. And to me, Frank number 2 is the one that's acting more like a fougere, like a traditional fougere. Even though it has other kind of gourmandy type notes, the lavender in here is pretty dominant. Kind of comes off more fougere-like to me. So Frank number 2 notes are bergamot, white lavender, coriander, crushed plum leaves, cognac, plum, fir balsam, coffee bean essence, red maple wood, teak wood, white musk. So those are the notes. And out of the 3 of the fragrances here, Frank 1, 2, and 3, Frank number 2 is the one that kind of projects the most on me. Really, a really nice scent. It's so green, but very fougere-like, but it's got this softness from some of the other notes, like the fruity note of the plums, and then the cognac kind of smooths it out. It's not so sharp like fougeres tend to be. So it's a unique scent, and for a great price, I think. A niche fragrance for $130, I think is a great value. And number 2, as I said, is my favorite of the 3. I keep wearing it and I keep wanting the fragrance just more and more. It's that kind of a fragrance. And I can see why there was so much hype around this one. People seem to like this one. It has kind of died down. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it now, but definitely one to check out if you've missed the boat on Frank number 2. It's a great masculine scent, but definitely a unisex. So Frank number 2. And then finally, Frank number 3, we've already discussed, is a tobacco dominant fragrance. And Frank number 3, as I said, is a relaunch or rebranding of Tabaka by Costamore, which I'm not familiar with at all. So a very fruity, actually a very fruity tobacco scent. I really like the scent. And I just wanted a little more projection, a little more wow or pizzazz with this one. It's a little closer to the Frank number 1, which is mostly a skin scent to me, but it does have a little projection. If you're gonna be comparing the 3, the one that wows me the most is definitely 2, and the one that projects the most is definitely 2. So it would be 2, 3, and then 1. Those are the ones, that's how I would put them in order as far as if you're looking for projection or kind of something to spray and get noticed with. 2 is the one that's going to be the one that's definitely going to be doing that with. So that's it. Those are the Frank Los Angeles fragrances. As I said, they are really a good value, $130. And number 2 is awesome. I really do like it. 3 is also great, just more closer to the skin. And 1 is actually really close to the skin. But you might have your favorite, you might have tried 1, 2, or 3, and you might like 1 over the others. So everybody's different with fragrances. It's like music. You might like this song, or you might hate that song. Same thing with fragrances. Anyway, guys, if you want to pick up a bottle or samples of these, I'll have a link below. But I did say at the beginning of the video there is a giveaway. The giveaway is for a sample set of all 3 of them to 3 lucky subscribers of Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great channel. All you have to do is put down a comment as to why you want to win the sample set of the 3 Frank Los Angeles fragrances. Also make sure you put down what state you're in, as this one is only open to the USA. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on this line of fragrances. Are you familiar with them? Have you tried them? Are you curious about them? And let me know your thoughts and we'll get a conversation started. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like this video and share it. And I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.